Hello everyone, welcome to round 65 of the Flocking Geese's Mighty Career Mode F123, and you join us at the Circuit of the Americas for the second Grand Prix here in the United States of America. So, it's the sprint race part 1, mixture of weather, rain and sun, and then we have the 28 lap Grand Prix for the 50% session length. So, good news, we won our rivalry against Charles Leclerc by an inch. Also good news is that we have successfully managed to get the master cylinder, the fuel tank positioning upgrade, the front nose cone structure and the suspension geometry. So all of these, so the weight distribution, the weight reduction and the tyre wear sections of the chassis are complete. We're just waiting on the pad material, which is going to be after the United States Grand Prix. The bad news is that as you can see, they are protected. All of these components are protected from the regulation changes, but I don't know how it works. So hopefully we can save all of these parts and not lose anything. We've got a similar situation with the powertrain. Now, as you can see, we have unlocked spec level 3 upgrades for the powertrain, because the powertrain is now at spec level 3, which is brilliant. But I'm not going to actually spend any resource points on the upgrades. I'm going to wait until the end of the season, start of season 4, because obviously with regulation changes we don't really we want to focus on keeping these lot first, you know. So it's just aerodynamics really that need to be upgraded to spec level 3, but apart from that, the car is an animal. I say it's an animal. Also, our car now is better than Williams Racing and Alpine, so we're in the middle, which is again good news, obviously with the exception of the bad news being the regulation changes. We have 6 weeks to save as much as we can through practice sessions, which is brilliant, which we're doing well anyway, so that's good. So practice and qualified. We qualified position 1, pole position, which is just what we need. Our opponent, George Russell, qualified P3. So let's get on with part 1, shall we?
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Goose lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, Ocon, Verstappen, Gasly, Liam Lawson, Teo Porcher, Williams, Stroll, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Albon, Tsunoda, Sargent, and Nick de Vries rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
We're still in with a chance of winning this title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
Yeah, I miscalculated that Qatar. It's actually, if we win the Brazilian sprint race and Grand Prix, we will actually overtake Russell or tie with him. And we were going into the first corner. The Goose has already taken off. Lawson gets a good start as well. So going to turn 1. Russell leads Sainz ahead of Ocon and Charles Leclerc into the series of S-turns here, which is probably what COTA is famous for. And Russell trying to make a move here, but the Goose defends and takes. Still dominates the lead in this opening lap, with Verstappen behind. I think that's Verstappen behind Charles Leclerc. But let's run you down the list. It's actually Perez, but anyway, it's Goose followed by George Russell, our rival, followed by Sainz, followed by Ocon, followed by Leclerc, then it's Perez, Norris, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, our former teammate, and then we got Pierre Gasly in P10. With Stroll, Lawson. Lawson dropping back a bit now, but he's Callan Williams, his team, his rival. Followed by Porsche, Hulkenberg, Joe, Sargent, Sonoda, Bottas, Magnussen, De Vries, and Goose. He got a corner penalty then. He nearly got a penalty. Magnussen, De Vries, and Alex Albon complete the opening formation lap grid field thing. We go to the final few corners now. And we lead Russell by half a second, and it's literally Russell knows there is a danger, and the danger is he's provoked the Goose, and now the Goose will go all out to defend the championship, regardless of anyone else's health and safety, and he knows it. I mean, look at Austria coming up to. We're still we're in the Sector 3 version of Lap 2, and Oscar Piastri is out. There's a DNF to his name. What happened there? So there he is in the back straight, and there's no smoke coming from the back of the car, and the Mercedes engine's not giving up, but must be an electrical or gearbox issue. Either way, his race, his Grand Prix is going to be spoilt by that retirement in the sprint race. Lap 5 now. And as you can see, Russell and Ocon have settled in second and third place. Sainz and Leclerc, the Ferraris, in P4 and 5. Verstappen still in P8. But he is out of this championship equation here, as it's literally just Russell and the Goose now. We've seized off pretty much all of our other rivals, and we have another retirement now at the end of lap 4, and we're on board with Pierre Gasly from Alpine, and you just see there Stroll, Lawson fighting the 2 Aston Martins. Go on! And look, if it looks like it's been overtaken by Callan Williams here, and there's no smoke coming from the back of the car, but it looks as if the Renault engine must have given up in some way. Gearbox issue, same as Piastri probably. On the back straight now of lap 5, and it's George Russell that overtakes the Goose, but the Goose uses slips in behind him to get that momentum and get the slipstream. Oh, we brake too late. The Goose brakes too late, and George Russell overtakes and takes the lead of the race. Can the Goose get back pole position? Can he win back take the lead of the race? He's trying. Give him a few turns. The Goose will catch up to him soon. Half a second behind Russell. Ocon trying to close in on the Goose and overtake. The Goose is sandwiched between the Mercedes. This is literally what Toto Wolff wants, to put the Goose under pressure, with Wolff unleashing his 2 hounds, Russell and Ocon, on the Goose here. He's going to the final corner of lap 5 into lap 6. The Goose has DRS, and now the witness of Toto Wolff has forgotten clearly that the DRS on this car is absolutely insane, and there's contact between the 2 cars, and the Goose nearly spun and used him as a barrier. I overcooked it there on the vocal cords there, but never mind. That's Russell still going at it. Contact. Russell responding there, but he goes off the track and has to brake before getting himself a penalty. I wish he got a penalty for that. That was absurd. But now it's Ocon's turn. This is what they like to do. They like to switch They like to both have take turns at trying to break the Goose under stress and pressure. But as you can see, it's failing. The strategy is it's a long-term strategy, and now it's Russell that has a go now at the Goose. This is what they like to do here, but they're still wheel to wheel through turn 12. I think it's turn 12. Any Americans out there, I do apologise, but I really don't care what number. It's just a turn. And here we are at the end of the lap, because nothing else happened, and the Goose wins the sprint race ahead of Russell and Ocon. And yeah, nothing was happened. And you can just see there at Lawson with the Aston Martins in the background, and he finishes P10. An excellent result for Lawson and for the Goose. We're both in the points.
So let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Well, that wraps up Sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, that was a sprint. We got... did we get the fastest lap? Yes, we did. We got the fastest lap. Fastest lap and pole position. That's 8 points for us. This is excellent. He's made up 5 positions. That's why he's driver of the day. Lawson P10. That's good. He'll start in the points area. Unfortunately, his rival Cameron Williams is a threat. But no, eventful from Mercedes, literally painting the target on the Goose's back one more time. So let's work this out here. Ooh. If we finish the Grand Prix first with the fastest lap, we're gonna overtake George Russell. That's an if. Until then, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in part 2.